What's up, YouTube? Jet Fuel EDC here, and tonight we're going to talk about the Boost Blades Hound. So this is another one of William Boost's collaborations in cahoots with We Knives. Basically, William Boost designs them, puts out the design, and We Knives executes them for him, puts them in production, gets them out to all of us. So this is, let's see, they had the Arrow V2, the Smoke TM and TS ones, the Mini Arrow, the Smoke CM one, and now the Hound. So like I just said, you know, he's done a few runs of different knives. Basically, you got 4 models, and you know that's your Arrow V2, your Mini Arrow, your Smoke, and your Hound. So let's take a look at this thing a little closer. So as you can see, you got all titanium handles. You're pretty much wide open here between the lightning pockets or lightning holes, whatever you want to call them. The milled out back spacer here, it's pretty well wide open. Just flawless execution with the weight reduction on this thing. They did a phenomenal job. So as you can see, you got titanium handles that are that blue, or not blue, excuse me, that bright green, but it does have like a murky blue tint to it, like when you catch the light right. So it does, and it even seems almost gold on some of the edges when a bright light hits it. So it's very nice ano work, just absolutely amazing all around. So you got that titanium handles, a titanium back spacer, along with a milled out pocket clip back here, titanium as well. Like I was saying a minute ago, you got these lightning holes, which they look good, and they actually serve a purpose. You know, they serve a couple purposes. The main one is, you know, it's reducing weight to the knife. I'll show you a second one that I found here in just a second. So this is a frame lock flipper, and as you can see, the flipper tab, it doesn't really stick out. I mean, it does a little bit. It cants out just a hair this way, but it's not bad. It's not. It doesn't stick out. It's not gonna catch. It kind of falls in line with the spine here, with the back of the handles here. So it's very nice execution there. Just I haven't ran into very many like this. I think I'm trying to think of one off the top of my head. Yeah, I can't think of nothing right off the top of my head, but that has like kind of design like this. So as you can see, the activation of the blade, you're pretty much going to be limited to your light switch option. You're not gonna be able to press that one. If you can, you got some wicked strong hands. So as you can see, you got this beautiful drop point blade, nice swedge up here, and you got a cutout here, just back here on the spine of the blade, like a finger rest. You got a very small sharpening choil there. This blade is M390 steel, my favorite. You got a very small tattoo of the Boost Blades logo there. Takes up very little real estate, no problem at all with that. Thing is wicked sharp, and the action on it is just beautiful. I mean, a little shake and it'll get it. So what I was talking about a minute ago with the lightning pockets, the backside for me, they kind of act as like home keys on a computer keyboard, because a lot of times you grab a knife and your finger, my middle finger, naturally wants to rest on the lock bar, which anybody who's dealt with a frame lock flipper knows it's pretty tough to do if you're putting any pressure on that lock bar. So what I like to do is rest my fingers on those lightning pockets, and bam, no issues. Absolutely perfect, flawless deployment of the blade. Very nice action. So this guy is running on ceramic ball bearings, which you can just see the action on it. It's just very smooth, crisp. They did a very nice job with the detent. It's locked up, like it's not going, I mean, it's just no side to side, no up and down, none of that, and none of this, which that's very important to me. It's not important to a lot of people, but it is important. And my goodness, I can't talk tonight. Important to me. So let's do some length, get a little spec data out of the way here. So this guy comes in about 7.5 inches overall. The blade is right at 3.25. Cutting length is just going to be just a bit shorter than that. Not much. You basically lose that that sharpening choil there. And the handle itself, let's see, in a closed position, gonna be right at 4.25. As you can see, you got pretty good handle to blade length, or handle, yeah. The handle to blade length here is pretty comparable. It's you got about 3.25 handle length, and then your blade length obviously is going to be 3.25. So it's pretty much 1-to-1. I mean, your grip length compared to the handle, it's pretty, they did that very well. As you can see, it is very well centered. It's pretty much right on the money. Let's get the old scale out here, old Scaly. Get off grams and 2 ounces. As you can see, it is a super light knife, 2.68 ounces. That's tough to tell. You forget you're carrying something like that. I mean, I carried this knife in my pocket all week long, and a lot of times, you know, you realize, you're like, oh yeah, there's a knife there. And that's only because, you know, there's something solid in your pocket. The weight, nothing at all. Most pocket knives aren't, but every once in a while you got that mammoth, you know, that 5 or 6 ounce knife in there. You kind of notice that. And 76 grams. So let's do a little like and dislike on this guy. So number one, first and foremost, M390 steel. That's my favorite. It absolutely, I love to sharpen M390. I can get it crazy sharp. Just love that blade steel. the fit and finish, the design of this knife is just, they executed this knife very well. The proprietary pivot, they changed that out from everything else that they've been doing. The flipper, they changed that. It just a complete new design. Just bam, home run. The action of it, super smooth, just like all of them. I mean, I have yet to grab a Boost Blades knife and have any issue with the action. I don't think an action discrepancy really exists. As you've seen, the knife is very lightweight, 2.68 ounces. It's crazy light. It's always a winner there. The dislikes. I have to say, I got 2 dislikes on this knife, and they're a little bit of a big deal. My first one would be this pocket clip. This pocket clip is not the most comfortable in hand. It creates a hot spot, as you can kind of see there on my hand. It doesn't hurt. It's not really, it's kind of awkward, a little bit uncomfortable. It's not crazy. It's not anything that's gonna anything you're gonna lose accuracy with a cut, anything like that. It's just a little awkward. The thumb ramp out here, that cutout, it really provides, you can kind of counterbalance the hot spot of the pocket clip and the grip there. You can kind of counterbalance that and alleviate some pressure off of your hand back there by pushing down there. So that's a good thing. They kind of countered that that discrepancy. The next thing would have to be, you see they got this hidden flipper tab. I like it. It's a great design, but because they did that, it brought the finger guard further down, which pushes your hand further down. Now, I wear a large glove, and that pushes me almost off my pinky is off the back of the knife. It's not completely off, but it is just a touch. So with that being there, they could have brought it up just a little bit further, gave me about maybe 1/4 of an inch, maybe somewhere in there, would have helped out. But once again, it's not a complete killer. It's not it's definitely not a deal breaker. It's pretty comfortable knife. It's a good slicer. It's a great knife. I would have to put it at probably the number 4 on the Boost Blades list, with that ranking last out of the Boost Blades. But that's only because the other ones are they're great. They're great knives. This knife right here, it doesn't fall too short from it. It really doesn't. But that's pretty much all I got for you guys tonight with the Boost Blades Hound. As always, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you later.